Guys, thanks for signing up for our restaurant social media and digital marketing webinar. I hope you find it useful. If you can see me, I'm down in the corner here. I'm in my office, Hooper logo above my head. What I'm going to do, let's get straight into the presentation. So me in the corner, I'll disappear for a bit and we'll get straight into the content. So first of all, what I'll do is go through the content of today. First of all, the agenda, what we'll cover, it should be about 30 to 45 minutes, the webinar. The agenda involved covering the impact and benefits of social media and digital marketing on the restaurant industry and how it's looking to evolve further, how you can develop an effective digital marketing strategy across the consumer buying cycle, various methods to use social media to interact with your customers, your prospects, stakeholders, drive engagement, and get people coming into your venue, your restaurant, and get them to keep on coming back. How to increase awareness, interest, and desire for your venue to drive consumer action, as well as various content creation methods and how this can be managed to engage your target audience. The second part of the webinar, I looked to cover how to effectively amplify content. So we're going to cover Facebook ads, we're going to cover influencer marketing, PR, and then we'll roll on to the importance of data collection for your service, to how better increase the quality of the user experience, how to upsell your customers and to develop loyalty to keep them coming back. Then we'll go on to how we can use different pieces of software to manage promotions, deals, offers, and then we're going to focus on tactics to encourage user-generated content so that we can turn customers into attract marketeers for your brand, because that's the key thing. If we can get, if your service is brilliant, your product's brilliant, and then you can focus then on driving users and people, your consumers, to become advocates of your brand. So you've got a tribe of marketeers out there. So first of all, I'm going to give a bit of introduction to who I am. I work for Hoopla. Hoopla are a marketing agency based in Manchester city centre. It was founded in 2014. So we're a small team of digital marketing specialists and creatives. And we specialise in the restaurant sector. There's a few links to our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Manchester Pulse. Manchester Pulse is just an influencer network that we look after. In terms of services, what we provide, we cover a range of services from Google AdWords to content creation to Facebook ads, influencer marketing, but I won't bore you with that. There's just a few of the different clients that we've worked with. But we work with restaurants and bars across the whole of the UK. So what I'll do first, I'll go into the effects on the restaurant industry of social media and digital marketing. It is changing the way we eat and drink. It influences people's perceptions. So how many times if you go into a restaurant, how many times have people taken pictures of food and uploaded it to Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and tagged in the business? That is user-generated content. You always need to feel that. It is an interesting statistic. Percentage of people who've purchased because of social media, 75%. So people then see that content that's being uploaded to social media and influences them. It is another interesting statistic. Likelihood of buying from a brand people follow on social media, 57% more likely. And 88% of people are influenced by reviews and online comments. So that's a really interesting thing. If you've got bad reviews on TripAdvisor or Google or Yelp or your Facebook page, people ain't going to come to you. People ain't going to use you. So what's an interesting thing is, people are quick to complain, not very quick to praise. So you need to have processes in place to encourage that positive user generated feedback, because it is what's going to drive more customers through the door into seats and converting with you. Instagram is such a powerful channel, especially in the restaurant sector. More than 200 million posts tagged food every day, 23 million with drinks on Instagram alone every 3 months. That's a massive amount of content that's being uploaded. And if you're not active on Instagram, there's a load of restaurants who are, people, myself, I follow a range of different restaurants around the UK and in Manchester where I live. And it does influence me. I see good pictures of meals and things, and it makes me want to go there. Instagram, it's all about high quality photography. It's an aspirational platform. It is a recommendations engine. So it's like reviews, but in picture format. Users capture the direct experience, upload it to Instagram, their followers see it, and it influences them to go. However, there's about 60% of businesses are using social media ineffectively and fail to demonstrate any positive ROI. So hopefully by going through this today, we can help you put together a strategy where you can, put things in place where you're building out, where you're getting, for every pound you're spending, you're seeing, X amount of money coming in. Where a lot of businesses are just using social media, putting a few pictures on here and there, not having a strategy in place, and they're not seeing anything back from it. That's because they haven't put the strategy in place. So hopefully through today, we'll go through all the different steps. You'll be able to understand how to put things in place to then develop ROI, to develop bookings, to develop people coming into your restaurant, your venue. And, it's working, because there's many businesses out there that are wasting over 20 hours per week on ineffective strategies. So it's important to put your strategy in place. So first of all, you need to think about what's your objectives when putting together your strategy. There's a few examples. Is it to build brand awareness? Are you just launching? So you want to increase brand awareness. You want to get people coming through the door. Are you an established venue? Are you just trying to increase share of wallet to develop that loyalty? You're getting people through the door, but they're not coming back. So you need to, keep them coming back. Do you want to increase the amount of online bookings because you're worried about, people? You get a lot of walk-in traffic, but you're not getting a lot of online bookings. You always think that you need your objective to be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely. Avoid chasing vanity metrics. We get a lot of restaurants who ring us up who are saying, I want 10,000 more likes on Facebook or 5,000 more Instagram followers. Think about the end game. It's all about bookings. It's all about customers. It's all about sales. It's all about covers. Have them. That's what social media is for, and all that can be measured. You don't think Facebook's just for the sexy stuff, for the fluffy stuff. It's not. It's social media is the main channel that you should be using for driving bookings, covers, everything. Here's a few examples to sign on your objectives. I've just broken down to a few different sections, but we can pass over that. What's interesting is that you need to think about your target audience after you've put together your objectives. It's essential. Build a detailed picture of who your ideal customer is. Don't just say millennials or 20 to 30-year-olds or, people who live in Manchester. You need to put together an accurate picture of what their interests are. What's the location? What's the gender, their age, interests? What do they like doing? What's the salary? If you're selling meals, if you're a high quality restaurant and you're selling meal dishes for say like 18, 19, 20 pound, there's probably quite a big demographic in terms of salary that you want to be targeting. All that information's on Facebook. The amount of data and information Facebook has on you is unbelievable. Facebook's free for us. The reason why it's free for people is because you're the product. You're going on Facebook, you're using it, you're tagging people in, you're uploading pictures, you're liking pages. All that information then is given to Facebook. They have a perfect profile of who you are, and then people like myself, who work for a marketing agency and working with restaurants, we can then use that data to target ads, content, information, offers to who our target audience is, because they're the most likely to convert. But it's not just about your customers. Think about who thought leaders are in industry, bloggers, journalists, magazine editors. If you're based in a town, say example Chester, you need to think about who's your thought leaders in that area. Who's your journalists, your food bloggers in that area, your opinion leaders, because they're who your customers are going to listen to. They influence the opinion of your customers. So having blogger events or tasting events and getting these people down there is essential. So what you need to do, you need to build a profile of these people, who they are as well. These thought leaders carry clout in the industry. They have an influential effect on your opinion, and they also have access to a large audience of potential customers. So once you've got them, you've built together your objectives, your target audience, you need to then start developing your effective digital marketing strategy. So we divide it up into a customer journey into 5 stages. There's your awareness stage, your consideration stage, the booking stage, the visit stage, and then the loyalty expansion stage. And this is like an engine that feeds each other. So you make them aware at start, consider, book, visit, and then you develop loyalty, which then feeds the awareness stage again. So first of all, I'm going to go cover the awareness stage. So the awareness stage, it's about, creating awareness of your restaurant, your brand en masse, through different, digital marketing channels. The best way of doing this is through content creation, developing and managing a high value content strategy. So providing content that resonates with your target audience to create awareness and get them engaged with your brand, to just create desire. When putting together content, you always need to think it needs to inspire them, you need to educate them, you need to entertain them. You don't want to be just pushing stuff out there which is sell, 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 especially with prices on, because really your food, your venue, things like that is what's going to sell it. The price thing comes later on down the funnel. So if your content doesn't inspire, educate, or entertain, don't do it. It needs to fit into these 3 different levels. Here's a few examples that we've taken for a bit of research. Providing engaging photography, putting that on social media of your products, your food, your service, using video content, give the ambience of what people are buying into, why they're going to visit your venue. The food is just one part of it. The drink's just one part of it. It's the whole experience. It's your venue, it's the service, it's the entertainment that's on. You need to get that across in your photography and video. Video, people say picture says 1,000 words, video so it says tens of thousands. Behind the scenes, show, the team, the people behind the scenes. People don't like just dealing with brands. People like dealing with people. So show the behind the scenes, show the chef, how the food's put together, how the drink's put together, people's birthday. Get across the personal side of your brand, because that's what's going to, sell it as well. Engaging spaces. This is what, if you imagine, if you've got some engaging spaces, you need to try and fuel this user-generated content. So have an engaging space in your venue, somewhere where people, when they come and visit, try and take a picture. They'll upload it to Facebook, they'll upload it to Twitter. It's promoting, but you need to feel like you need to encourage that. Again, user-generated content, run competitions, build, using it to brand build. So it is a photographer going a bit more in depth. Show, the food and drink, show the location of the venue, the service, the ambience. The food's just one part of the experience. What else can you offer? Show it. Show the engaging spaces. Encourage social sharing. Show the behind the scenes, the chefs, the mixologists, the staff, the event preparation. It's all perfect for Instagram stories. Instagram stories, that shows stuff which, behind the scenes kind of content, which is really valuable. It's growing. This is really what Snapchat's domain was a few years ago, and since Instagram Stories launched in 2016, August 2016, it's now got 250 million users. It's powerful. Enables you to write on filters, emojis, put on offers, put on promotions, and it's good content. So you've got your visual content, your picture content that you're putting out on Instagram for your profile, but you're using the stories as well, because it's good, high quality content that people want to digest. User-generated content, fuel it. You need to be encouraging people to do it. Give people a reason to take photos, share your customer photos. You can do that through having the engaging spaces, or have showstoppers. Is a good example from what we're seeing through our research. It's having products which people will just want to take pictures of, providing food that people just want pictures of. Not necessarily because of the food, but because people will take pictures, upload it to social media, and it'll create a tribe of marketeers here. Here's a few examples, of brands doing it right. You got Almost Famous on the left-hand side there with, a lot of their products are very picture-worthy. On the right, we've got The Alchemist, who put together a few different drinks. I mean, they're a fantastic company. If you look on that video, how many people have the phone out there taking pictures, taking videos, upload it to Facebook, Twitter, and it just creates that word of mouth. But when you've got all that content, you're getting it on a regular basis. Don't put it out flippantly, just here and there. You need to put together a content plan, prepare it. Because like Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. You need to develop a strategic content plan of when you're going to post, where, why, at the right time, at the right place. And then once you do it, you've got this content in place, you need to amplify it. A lot of brands that we work with, they're getting the content, they're getting the videos, getting their imagery, but they're not sending it out to enough people. They're just putting it on Facebook, which might have a couple of 100 people, and 10% of them might see it. One person might end up converting. You need to amplify it to a mass group of your target audience. Maximize the reach of your content and what's your target market. That drives awareness, engagement, and action. So we split our amplification into 3 different groups. There's your owned, your earned, and your paid. Your owned is your own social media channels, your community, your email data. So your own social media channels. I mean, here's just a quick picture of the social media landscape that we have. With all the different social media channels there are. People don't think that, say, TripAdvisor is a social media channel, but it is. There's publishing, social media sites, there's sharing, there's discussion groups, there's networking. You're not saying be involved in all these, but just makes you aware of it. At TripAdvisor, that's a key channel to be on. So own channels, which social media channels should you really be present on? We'd say Facebook number 1, Facebook and Instagram number 1 are the key ones. Twitter and Snapchat probably secondary. So there's no point spreading your time, your effort across a load of different social media channels. Facebook and Instagram, they're the ones that are going to get out to a wider reach of your target audience. Twitter, it's not a main channel for getting bookings or things like that, but it is brilliant for engagement. So I would always say have a presence on Twitter, because if anyone's got any questions or things like that, they're going to go straight to Twitter to ask them. Focus only on the social media channels that best suit your business strategy. So make sure you have a presence on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Making sure you're doing your content, you're pushing it out through those channels, you're amplifying it. So they're your own channels. Your second way of increasing the awareness and amplifying your content is through influencer marketing. Influencer marketing focuses on using key social media influencers and thought leaders with trusted voice to drive your brand's message, raise your profile, inspire action amongst your target audience. You do this through authentic storytelling and influencer-generated content. So influencers could be, food bloggers, vloggers, celebrities in your local area, lifestyle networks. For example, say in Manchester, the Manchester Confidential, Visit Manchester. There's a hive of magazines and publications and websites that are lifestyle networks that people will follow and see content, and it'll influence the perception, influence the views and convert people. So if you go back, you've got your content, which you're amplifying for your own channels, your community that you've developed, and also your email data. But then you're using your influencer marketing, which is an earned channel. So you could be running, local, you could run events once every often where you get food bloggers down to promote a new menu that you're running. So influencer amplification, getting bloggers, celebrities down, because these are people, like if you see a celebrity down at a restaurant, it's going to influence your opinion. You won't want to go there. Another channel's PR. You always need to ensure that there's a regular stream of newsworthy topics to distribute to the press to get them to cover. People ain't just going to put an article out in all the news because you've recently just lowered prices or things like that. You need to think of newsworthy content. It could be dish of the month. For example, Crazy Pedro's often do a new pizza each month to follow a theme. Like they did the restaurant that puts a cream egg on a pizza coming to Liverpool. It's newsworthy content. They're fantastic at doing that. Think about trending topics. What's happening each month, what's coming up, how you can make a dish or something to jump on the back of that and then send it out to the PR. It's an excellent method of engaging people to come in on quiet nights, increases your brand awareness. And these themes are an excellent way of generating user-generated content and creating word of mouth. So trending topics. Another element is paid advertising. So we've covered your own channels, we've covered your earned channels. Now we'll talk about paid amplification. Like we said before, if you've got huge amounts of data on Facebook, so you can promote your content via Facebook ads to your target audience to get them convert. So being able to effectively promote your content to your target audience to create action. So on this page, what I've got is the first stage of your Facebook ads, where it asks you, what's your marketing objective? Is it to develop awareness through brand awareness and reach? Is it to start increasing consideration? You can drive traffic to a website, engagement, video views, or is it to convert? Facebook ads is really powerful. It enables you to effectively target your posts to your target audience, to connect those individuals then which are more likely to convert. There's no point sending it to people who are not outside your target audience. Getting this content, promote it to your target audience, you can then convert them. So think about, like, what would you classify as a conversion? For us, it's a booking. So if you get the content, you're promoting it out to get people to convert. That's getting people to book. So when we use Facebook advertising, we're using the content to get people then to come through the website to then book, because then we can see ROI on that. But like anything, if you don't find the time, if you don't do the work, you don't get the results, like the great Arnold Schwarzenegger said. So Facebook ads is a powerful tool for marketing, but if it's done correctly, there's a lot of companies out there that throw like thousands and thousands of pounds at Facebook without effectively setting up to begin with and managing it. Executing a great Facebook ad strategy requires a really detailed setup at the start. So you're ensuring you're targeting the right audience, you're engaging them, you're effectively tracking the performance of them, and you're adapting it on an ongoing basis. You could throw tens of thousands of pounds at Facebook and not get anything back if it's not done correctly. If you do it correctly at the start, you manage it correctly, you should see a stream of business coming in, bookings and everything. So the first part of how to use Facebook effectively is through ensuring if you've got a Facebook pixel. Now, Facebook pixel is an essential part of the Facebook ad strategy. Facebook pixel it sounds complex. What it is, it's a snippet of code that you can copy from your Facebook ads manager and paste it into the HTML of your website. Then every time someone then visits a certain page from a Facebook ad, the pixel will track and report on it. So it allows you to capture information on people who visited certain pages of the website. It can trigger when there's a conversion. It's massively powerful. What that Facebook pixel allows you to do, if you got it through like your website, you can create an audience on Facebook where you can get every single person who's visited your website and puts them in a Facebook. It puts them in a little audience group on Facebook, so you can then remarket to them. It also enables you to capture that information and then start developing audiences of people who look like them. And it also enables you to measure conversions. So if you have a conversion pixel set up on your website on, say, a thank you page after a booking, that fires. That then tells Facebook, right, for that £10 that we spent on Facebook ads, we've actually got 4 conversions. So that enables you then to upscale and scale your Facebook ad strategy. Second part is your custom audiences. So choose carefully, because if you're getting the content, you're amplifying it to wrong people, then it's not going to succeed. You need to create a range of customer audiences at the start to test. We always split them into multiple different ones to test, but a good example for you guys is these 3 custom audiences. There's the remarketing audience, the lookalike audience, and the detailed audience. The remarketing audience, that's using data that you've already got. Upload email data up to Facebook, and that enables them to link through to Facebook accounts that are on Facebook, and then you can market to those. If you've got the email data that you've built over time, upload that to Facebook. Facebook will then scour Facebook, see what links to those accounts, and then you can market to them. Again, website traffic, market to people who are visiting your website. So you can set up the pixel, capture people's customer information, and market to those, and then engage your brand. Create an audience on Facebook of people who've engaged with your Facebook page, your posts, your ads, and market to those. Bundle them all together, because those people from that email data, your website traffic, and who've engaged with your brands, they're aware of you already. Those people are key. They've either visited you in the past, or they were thinking about visiting you. They've shown an interest. They're hot prospects. So put them in the remarketing pot. Your second pot is your lookalike audience. So this is where you can upload current customers or high value customers, Facebook information, or if you've landed on a booking pixel, and then create lookalike audience. So you can say to Facebook, right, here's my email data of my key customers. I want you to find people who look like these people. You upload that information. Facebook then scours all its data, algorithms, and then puts together a pot of people that looks like your key customers. You can then market to those guys. And then the third element is your detailed audience. This is where you create an audience of things that you think your customer is, the location, their interests, where they're based, and you upload that information. I'd say the remarketing lookalike audience is more powerful. The detailed audience, that's relying on you to put together information of who you think your customer is. Where really Facebook actually knows, using that data that you've provided them, knows a more information. If you're a new brand and you don't have the email data, the website traffic and so on, you'll have to start that detailed audience. So yeah, like we said before, remarketing, it's reaching more prospects who've already shown an interest through your actions. So that's your key part that you want to be focusing on. Once you've done all this, you've got your content, you're amplifying it through Facebook ads, you do need a different target audience. You need to keep testing it. One might work better than the other. Some creative might work better than the other. There's no general formula that works for everyone on Facebook. You need to work out what you want to achieve. Is it bookings, conversions, offers? So you need to keep on testing it and tracking it. So that's your awareness stage. The second stage is your consideration stage. So this is the second part on your customer journey. So this is when people have seen your content, either the influencers or Facebook ads or your community, and now they're thinking, yeah, okay, I'm interested in this. I want to visit it. So this is where you need to ensure you've got a good, strong presence online. Either via Google Places or TripAdvisor or a strong website. You need to make sure you've got reviews on your Facebook page, good reviews on TripAdvisor. You need to make sure you've got a good presence so people can find you. They can find you, they can see good reviews, and then they can book. So this is the third stage. So you've got your awareness, you've looked online, done a bit of research into you, you've looked at reviews, brilliant, I'm going to book. So this is where you need to ensure you've got a channel for them to do this. We always recommend having a fully optimized website, with the functionality to be able to take bookings and deposits. Can you collect pre-orders? It's essential as it allows you to manage your covers better. What's good with the ability to take bookings and deposits online is it allows you to capture customer data at an early stage, either via the pixel on the website or by a booking form, so you can get their email data, the name, the information. That's valuable, that data, because that allows you then, to put them into your remarketing, but you can market them later on. You can, if they've come in and visited, you can upsell them. You can, it's that data is valuable. There's no point someone coming into your restaurant, having a meal, they walk out, they're gone forever. If they've had a good experience, you want to be able to market to those people again. It's also good. So the back end is a good, strong venue management system. Having that plugged into your website to take bookings, online orders, collect data, it's valuable. When we're working with customers, we always work with a partner brand that has a venue management system that plugs in to the website. So the customer's seen you online, they've seen the influence information, the content, Facebook ads, you've then considered you and done a bit of research, they've then gone online onto your website, where we've tried to encourage them, we're driving people through to the website because we want them to book online. They can just go on, pick the date, pick the time, is it available, go brilliant, 5 people for 7:30 at this venue on this date, I'm going to book, leave a deposit, bosh. That then goes through to your venue management system that alerts the staff and then allocates, where they're going to be seated, does your table planning, it manages the flow of customers for you better, brilliant. Then it's the visit stage. They come in on the date into your restaurant, your venue, and this is where you've got that customer data already. So if they're a new customer, this will flag on your system, right? They're a new customer coming in. So this will flag to your waiters, your staff, right? Brilliant. So we need to do something for these. If they're a returning customer and they booked online, then you should have data within the venue management system of past visits, where they sat last time, did they have any dietary requirements, what did they try last time, because you could upsell them on something else. That data is so key, because what's important is there's a 40% chance of a customer coming back a second time if you offered a good service. there's a 42% chance of a customer coming back a third time, and there's a 70% chance of a customer coming back a fourth time. So knowing that, it's encouraged that time to come back again. In the past, how it would work is, if there's a new customer before the digital and everything, if we found it's a new customer, the staff would sometimes put a red, napkin out. So it would flag to the other waiters and they came around, it's a brand new customer. We need to, give them a little bit of something else, or, do this to make sure, they're happy with the service to come back again. If they come back a second time, they leave a different coloured napkin, because it'd be like, the second time they come, they had this last time, we'll offer them something else, offer them a free dessert, It's getting that repeat custom. If you've collected the customer data through the website, through the booking system, it's, use it, offer something free as it's the first time they visited. The returning customer, you'll have information in the system saved the first time they visited, such as allergies, preferences, what they had. This allows you to have a detailed picture of the customer is, so you can offer a better service. Don't use discounts, use add-ons. If you've tried something, offer something else. It keeps that repeat custom. Another good way of collecting customer data at this visit stage is a Wi-Fi system. You've got the data from the person who did the booking, but you want to get the information of the people who've just come in with them. If say it's a group of 5 people, one person's done the booking, 4 people, are just visiting, maybe for the first time or a second time. We always set up a Wi-Fi system where when someone comes into a restaurant, go online, connect to the Wi-Fi, you've got to give the customer data to, join the Wi-Fi, name, email, or they can sign in through the social media channels. Once they do that, it directs them to TripAdvisor, it directs them through social media channels, and actually then converts them into, gets them to encourage user-generated content through leaving reviews and so on. So at this visit stage, this is as well, you're providing a good service, you're providing the offers, you're providing a brilliant service. You need to then encourage that user-generated content. 47% of millennials say they text, tweet, and Instagram while they eat. A concept that 10 years ago would seem rude. If you go into a restaurant and someone gets a food put in front of them, you always see them taking pictures, uploading it to Facebook and Twitter. Brand advocate promotion, use various techniques to generate user-generated content, which people then share on social media. So you need to encourage it. That could be through, having information on menus. This user-generated content, encourage people to take pictures on tables through boards, menus, have signs up, have competitions. People are quick to, like I said before, people are quick to complain. People aren't quick to praise. So you need to encourage positive user-generated content, because this builds credibility, encourages word-of-mouth marketing, and creates a tribe of marketeers. So you've got user-generated content set up. You're encouraging it through offers, things on menus, boards up, through your showstoppers. Brilliant. So a customer comes in, has a fantastic experience, then they leave. A lot of restaurants, venues would then say, brilliant, that's it, that's done. The service alone will make them come back. However, this is a really important stage now where you can develop loyalty. So this is the loyalty expansion stage. This is where we can convert people into customers and then turn those customers into advocates. 78% of people trust peer recommendations, with only 40% of consumers trusting advertising. So if you can get them people then to shout and put it on social media, digital channels, leave reviews, that's really strong. It's that word of mouth. You've got brand advocates, you've got a tribe of marketeers then going out there, sharing the word of your restaurant. So we always put into an automated system. So when a customer leaves, they have an automated email set up that goes out to all the customers. So a customer comes in with their friends, they have a brilliant experience and they leave. We have a system set up where you get an email, that night or the next day, asking how was their experience. If it's over 7, then brilliant. From that, you direct them to Facebook or the TripAdvisor to then leave a review. You might get something free in the next visit, like a dessert or a starter. If they leave a -3 review, then it directs them to the manager. An automated email goes through to the manager that this person left this review. This allows you then to resolve things before they then go to social media and then leave a bad review. So we find that really powerful. If a lot of -3 start flagging up, it's obviously something wrong with the service. That enables you then to fix things operationally. Loads of fantastic reviews are coming in, loads of 8s, 9s, 10s. Then we're driving them to TripAdvisor to then, start shouting about it, driving them through to Facebook to share it. And we're fueling this through, offers and promotions or competitions. We're trying to encourage it. We have all this set up. After that, so they've left. You've got this email that comes through, leave a review, leave us some feedback. Then we ensure we have things set up to encourage repeat custom, through a series of offers and incentives. So if you've collected their email data, again, going back to how important it is to collect email data, we then use this email data then for customer retention, encourages repeat custom through a series of offers and incentives. So like we said, this shows you how important having a venue management system is, and being able to take bookings online, because it enables you to collect customer data. So you use that customer data now in the loyalty expansion stage, encourage repeat custom through a series of offers and incentives. So we've got that email, which, leave a review. Then after that, it could be, we're not seeing you for a few weeks, here's a free starter next time you come in. Then another email saying, this is a new menu we've launched. So it's having that regular communication with the customer to get them to come back again. Because like we said before, how likely they are to come back a second time, how likely they are to come back a third time, the fourth time increases the more times they come back. So you need to encourage that. Customer retention, it decreases the expenses of the business. It costs 6 to 7 times more to acquire a new customer. And it's 60 to 70% probability of selling to an existing customer compared to just 5 to 20% chance of selling to a new prospect. So, once they've left your venue and they've gone, don't leave the marketing communication alone. Ensure you're regularly, engaging them. And then another key element is developing loyalty through a loyalty system. By collecting the customer data through the system, we can see how many times they've visited, and then we can attribute either a points per head allocation to them or a points per pound spent. If you get a customer that keeps on coming back and bringing more people and bringing the friends with them, you should be rewarding it. And that's why this venue management system is important, and collecting that customer data, because it flags on your system then, brilliant, this is the 10th time this customer's come back this year. We need to reward them. These repeat customers, your key customers, need to be rewarded. Email with offers, thanks for loyalty. When they come into venue, make sure it's coming up and it's being flagged. So that's your loyalty expansion stage. So as you can see, it all comes together. That loyalty expansion then, if you've got that, you're fueling user-generated content, reviews. That then goes back to the awareness stage. That then gets other people that are not aware of you to consider and go through to booking. So it's a bit of an engine that fuels itself. Once you've done that, you can then measure, adapt, tweak it. You can look at, are you converting customers through your Facebook ads? Is the influencer marketing going? This isn't going to be a static thing. You always need to look at it, measure it, adapt it, change it. What content's working, what's not working. What Facebook ads are working, what's not working, or what influencers you've had coming in. Has some influencers work better than others? Keep testing, keep on testing, keep on measuring. Having the data systems in place makes it a lot easier. You can see which promotion codes have been used, which offers have worked the best, which, Facebook ads have got the most reach or conversions. Test, measure. In terms of how Hoopla can help you, what we do is we always split our services up into 2 stages. So we have the awareness and consideration stage, which is, the objectives to drive awareness, desire and conversions. So that's the first 3 parts of that life cycle that I showed you. So we do this through, creating and delivering a high value content strategy for the people that we work with, and then amplifying it across your own, your earned and your paid media channels. This is your influencer marketing, your Facebook ad management. We look after all that. And then we put in all the different things in place to develop your community, to develop the data. The second stage That's your loyalty expansion stage. That's with the objective to turn customers into tribe of marketeers, create loyalty and drive that, up in cross-sell. We do this through email marketing, so we set all these things up in place to encourage brand advocacy and testimonials. We get the loyalty point system set up and we manage this with, and then ensure we've got repeat customer campaigns going out, as well as regular email interaction campaigns. So we can look after all this, I put the corner there from $4.95 per month, so that's just an example of some of the service that we can provide. If you're happy to connect with us, there's our Twitter, Facebook, and website address. Our Twitter is Hoopla_UK. If you type in Hoopla Marketing on Facebook, you should be able to find us. And our website address is hoopla-marketing.com. And if you've got any questions about the content of this webinar, what I've gone through today, feel free to just drop me an email. It's danny.cleaton@hoopla-marketing.com. Feel free to ask me anything. If you've got any questions around content or Facebook ads or influencer marketing, just drop me an email. I'll be happy to help. I hope you found today useful. And if you've got any questions, again, just drop me an email. I'm back here in the corner now. I've point up to our website address at the top. Thanks for joining us, and I'll speak to you again soon.